To my phone, I'm
We're
holding
ready
like
to
this.
go.
All right, Dan. First off, I was all confused because your badge says Daniel, LinkedIn says Daniel, and so I was kind of freaking out for a little bit. But Dan, I'm so excited that you're here. I want to talk a little bit about your panel discussion. First off, you and your panelists were amazing. But can you give us a brief, like maybe 30-second focus on what your panel was about today?
My panel was about a program, nonprofit urban arts, and teaching AP computer science through game design. And it's about giving students a voice and a choice and including everyone.
Yeah, awesome. And so AI is in play right now with everything, and then CS on top of it. I'm more of a fan of CS than AI, even though I use AI. But where do you see now that AI is in play in CS and gaming? Where do you see all this coming together for our students as they're entering the space and looking for workforce development?
That's a great question. Ultimately, I see AI as a tool, as a thought partner. Ultimately, the humans in the loop, we're the ones that have to come up with the idea. We're the ones that need to prompt engineer what we're looking for. So is CS going to go away? No.
No.
Do you have to be an expert? And some people might argue with me on this. Do you have to be an expert coder in this day and age? I don't necessarily think you have to be an expert, but you have to have a thorough understanding
Okay.
of coding to to use AI to maybe vibe code. But how do you connect the two, and then how do you keep your voice in that and keep that authentic piece of work yours?
Yes, and so I've been in the spaces a lot where I don't understand all CS, but I'm a big advocate for CS. And the biggest trend that I've heard right now is you don't need to know how to code. AI said you don't need to code. So where is your face? I've been like, stop, pause. But where's your personal stance on that when people are saying that now? Because there's the vibe coding and great, I can make an app.
Right.
But what do you think?
But see, that's where, based on our panel talk, Mario Flores had mentioned how he had a student didn't want to use AI at all, wanted to write his own code, and created a relatively a good workable game, but he didn't fully understand what was going on. So yeah, AI helped him, and he didn't. Let me rephrase: AI helped him, but
Supported
he
them.
didn't use the tools that were already made for coding. So the understanding of using those tools. So a member of his team had to fix the way the zombie walked
Got
because
you.
that student didn't fully understand the concept of the for loop, of the conditional statement and conditions being met.
Right.
So the understanding, we still have to understand it. Again, and I'll say it again, we don't have to be an expert, but we have to understand it to be able to debug it, to be able to troubleshoot.
That's what I believe 100% too. Because I will say, because of the Chat GPTs, the Gemini's, I'm able to now go under here and go, okay, I can read code, not the best, but I can understand what's going on because of the vibe code. But I'm like, okay, tell me why in these three lines this may work or not work, because I can see it. So I'm able to go a little bit deeper and have that AI conversation because of what that coding is staying in there, and it's helped me even teach for the first time. Like you said, you were teaching game design. I taught some AI principles, I mean, AI, CS principles for the first time of this past year. So it really got me to understand the purpose of what where people are at. You talked about in our side conversation the esports, gaming, and AI. Where do you see that going with AI, esports, and gaming?
I see it again as a tool. I know I coach an esports team,
Mhm.
and my team, we're in the throes of defending our world championship. And
Congratulations.
thank you, two-time world champions. Uh,
Congrats.
I'm also the team leader at my high school, so I stepped out to take care of something. I come back in, and I notice five or six of my kids in front of a screen, talking and pointing and doing stuff. And I look at them, I'm like, guys, what are you doing? We're in the middle of a tournament. You should be racing. How many teachers tell you to come into class and play video games?
Hilarious.
My point of the story is they turn to me and they look, Mr. Jones, we're using AI to build a plan of attack. We're researching the world record, coming up. We're telling AI, this is the kind of driver I'm at. This is what I'm good at. And AI would come. AI doesn't
Wow.
drive for them, but it gave them, you know,
A
it gave them
plan.
a strategy. So what is that? That's creating problem solving. That's creating collaboration. That's creating, you know, network of team, all job skills.
Absolutely. I will say too, and this is a question that I had the other night. I feel like as gamers and esports people, we've already been in this situation. And what I mean by situation is we see things changing a lot
Yes.
faster than others. So for people who are still kind of hesitant in this AI space, what advice can you give them from an esports gaming perspective? Because we're here at Serious Play and we talk about RPG, tabletop games, esports, all of those things. So we've seen tech change rapidly. And I've always told people we've already kind of sort of been through this drama.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We've done the fussing and
Daily.
the daily. We've done the fussing and the cussing. It's still not where it needs to be at, but we've already been in it. But now that AI is in this picture and everybody's in it, what advice can you give from that gamers esports perspective that you and I have already been through?
The advice I have is you have to. AI is already out. Pandora's box has been opened. Not going back in. So what do we have to do? We have to learn how to use it, how to teach with it, how to teach our students how to use it ethically, responsibly. So we as educators, as gamers, just have to learn to harness it as a thought partner, not a thought replacer. It's not going to come up with my ideas. I'm going to use my ideas to bounce off it, maybe when I'm stuck or maybe when I'm developing something. So we need to learn how to use it and teach how to use it.
And I'm going to end on that note because number one, we got to eat. It is a break, and I don't want to take too much of a break. Dan, thank you so much for being a part of this. Dan, everybody, he can go by Dan, but I think he prefers Dan. Am I saying that
Dan,
right?
I go by
Yes.
Dan.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you the rest of the conference.
Later.